What's up everyone, John Schiavo here again. I'm going to show you how I tape the top of my stick now. So some people do a really thick knob, or some people do a really long one, some do hardly nothing at all. So mine's a little complicated. I'll show you what I've been doing for years. So if you watch the blade taping video, I use thick black tape. So I usually just take a little piece of this, rip it, not too big. I put it right over the end cap. So there's usually a hole. Some people put a little top in there. I don't use a top, so I always just cover up the hole with some black tape. Okay, once that's on there, I always make a mark from my last stick where it was taped, so all my sticks lined up in the rack have the same height. So when I first get the stick, I make the mark on all of them where I'll tape it. So I usually start right there with thin white tape, and I'll start going around, overlapping slightly and going up every time around. So before I get all the way to the top, if you could see here, it's just overlapping so slightly on each one. That's how I like it. I don't want it too thick or too thin, so I just make sure it's overlapping. It's not going to really move. Smooth it down, make sure it's good. Now I'm going to keep going up. So now when that's all good, make it to the top, see all the lines are in good shape, everything's in order. I'll go with this same white tape 6 times around, and then I'll rip it. Right when I get to the back, after 6, rip it. Now with this, just for the rack, before I do the finishing touches, after I finish taping my stick with that white, I'll rip it in the back. In the front, I'll add a little 44. Then we'll do the last finishing touch. Now, most people don't really do this. I learned this when I was a lot younger, and I love the feel of it now. So I take my thin Howies clear tape just around the top knob, one time around, and that's my finishing touch. Smooth it all out, and we're ready to rock.